Alright, so make sure you adjust your air, and your volume of paint you're pushing through. What I'm going to spray on the bottom now is Testors Flat White. It is number 168. Don't start out on your plane. Okay? You'll get splatter, spatter. Adjust it to what you want the output to be. Once you've got the output down to what you want, be careful around your servos. Okay? You don't want to overload your servo gears or the electrical to where they're non-functioning. So be careful and cautious around that area. As long as you're keeping it wet, you don't have to paint it like you normally would, say, a car, because it'll all flow together. It's all dry and relevant to each other, and you won't have tiger stripes and stuff like that. So as long as you keep going, just do light coat. Don't overdo it and do a heavy coat. Make sure you get at the right angle so that you don't have brown or whatever your color is showing through. Now I'm starting out with white on this because I'm going to use some gray and some black to do some battle detailing like I did with my wife's A10, the one that has the invasion stripes. So just a nice light coat. Don't overdo it. If you overdo it, you're going to get runs. It's going to be thick. It'll take forever to dry. Sorry if I'm in a bad spot for you guys to see. I'll try and come around the other way. Paint your gun and stuff like that, because you're going to come back and you're going to either use a brush to detail it out or airbrush it out, detail. Either way, just paint over it, get that fresh coat of paint on it. Now I didn't sand this. Normally you would want to lightly scuff up and sand, but if you fly like me, there's probably not going to be a whole lot of flight time before you nose it into the ground, and I'm going to have to repaint everything anyway. So if you want to lightly scuff it up so that it sticks better, so be it. But there's not really, remember, every time you start out, blow that brush out before you start spraying, or you're going to blow out a bunch of splatter and it's going to make some stuff you don't want or like. Try and reach up in there. Go ahead and spray all the bottom. You're going to come back and touch it up anyway. Engine, exhaust, everything, you're going to end up spraying it anyway. Come back and detail it. Spray everywhere if you want it to show some of the white or the lighter color on your leading edges or whatnot. Then spray that much further down. And then you can always blend it or mask it off, whatever you plan to do. But if you want everything covered, make sure you're spraying your leading edges, your trailing edges, spray all of those. If you're not sure exactly what you want, if you're going to want your lighter color, spray your leading edges and your trailing edges. And once you got that light coat, you can see that you can still see the original camouflage coming through from the manufacturer. Let that dry. Let it dry. It's usually my rule of thumb for me is as soon as it starts to matte over and it's not shiny, then I'll go ahead and throw another coat on. Now with white being super light, you know, more of a transparent color, you're gonna see that manufacturer's camouflage. You're probably gonna need at least 3 coats on there before you lose that camouflage that's underneath. So just take your time, let the coats dry in between. You're probably going to need at least 3. This is number 1. We'll see how it goes.